terug allemaal. Bal tussen je knieën. Tussen je bovenbenen. Nou, eigenlijk meer tussen je bovenbenen. Just a little bit above the knees. Because then you can really squeeze the ball. You can also squeeze in a pillow or imagine that you hold the ball. Lift your shoulders up towards the ears. And then slowly lower your shoulders down. Up and down. 2 more. Lifting and lowering. And this is the final one. Backwards. Now turn your shoulders forward 2 times, because you probably will do this enough today. And this was the final one. And now turn your shoulders back. Now lower your shoulders, keep them low, and then try to lift your arms on an inhale, pushing your feet down into the mat and slowly lower your arms down. With care. And on an inhale, you lift your arms. Exhaling, pull your belly in and push your arms down. Dus inademend ga je armen omhoog. En uitademend trek je navel rustig naar binnen toe. Laatste keer, final one. Interlace the fingers above the head. Turn your palms open. Draai je vingers omhoog, handpalmen open naar het plafond. And now lean back. So you push your hips kind of forward. You're lengthening your upper body. And you try to keep your gaze at your fingers. Dus blijf naar je vingers staren. Hart omhoog, kin omhoog, neus omhoog, achterkant van je nek lang houden, benen aangespannen houden. Als je hier je knieën gaat buigen, ga je het voelen in je lage rug. So keep lengthening your upper body up towards the ceiling and keep engaging your thigh muscles. You have to squeeze, you have to push your feet down. Take another deeper inhale. Exhaling, lower the arms sideways down. Both arms, they go up. Hands flat together. Lower the hands in front of the heart. Keep your hands a kind of distance from your chest and move your knees slightly forward. Then turn the upper body to the right or to your left. And inhale back to center. Exhale, turn. Try only to move your upper body. So don't move your hips. Keep your hips nice and still. And turn once more. Exhaling, turning. There's a hair in my eye. And inhale back to center. And exhale. And inhale back to center. Now lift your arms again. Squeeze the ball with your thighs. Exhaling, interlace the fingers behind your back and place your hands on your sacrum. Dus op je heiligbeen plaats je handen net boven waar je billen beginnen. Doe je heupen naar voren. Keep squeezing your legs. Keep activating your legs. Push your feet down. And lift your heart up again. This is a little bit more of a back bend. You can try to look behind you, but keep your legs engaged. So don't bend your knees. Lifting the heart higher, aiming for length. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Take another slow inhale and exhale, release. Now interlace the fingers in front of your chest, bending the knees. Look at your knees if the knees are as the same distance as your feet. Voeten, heupen, knieën, alles op dezelfde lijn. Maak je rug zo bol en rond mogelijk. So start rounding your spine in cat stretch, but in a standing pose. And now exhale, release your arms down. Now bring your hands to the floor, bending the knees. Even if you can do it with straight legs, you have to bend your knees. It's so much safer. Then feel how you can bring your face closer to your knees. And then just shake your head. Excuse me for the mic. Shake your head. And then take another deeper inhale and exhale. Sit on your haunches. Dus kom op je hurken zitten. Nou, als je geen bal of iets tussen je knieën hebt, doe alsof je iets tussen je knieën knijpt. So imagine that you hold something between your knees if you don't have the ball nearby. Fingertips on the floor. You stand on your heels or your toes, the front of the foot. The heels are not on the floor actually. They are lifted. You pull your belly in and then you push your hips up. And then slowly lower your hips down, squeezing the ball very nicely. Inhale, lift your hips up. And exhale, bend your knees. 2 more. Inhale, lift, stand on the tips of your toes. Push your toes down. And exhale, lower down. And the final one. Nog een keertje omhoog. Kom op je tenen staan. Duw de bal van je voet stevig op de grond. Probeer je hoofd te laten hangen. And exhale, slowly lower yourself down. Now walk your hands a little closer to your feet. You try to pick a particular point where you want to look at. Even ergens naar staren. Bring your gaze to a particular point. And then bring your hands on top of your knees. Try to feel your balance here. Squeezing the ball really nice. And then lifting your chest higher and higher and lengthening. Oh, I'm falling now. Maybe you're falling too. But try it again. Lifting the heart higher, and now exhale, lean forward. Now we're going to do some jumping, especially in the morning. That's very nice to start the day because we do a day stick kick. So kick your legs up, jump up, jump around, up, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then slowly lower your knees to the floor, remove the ball, and walk your knees underneath your hips. So your knees are underneath your hips, your hands are underneath your shoulders, and you're rounding your spine. Inhale, lifting your crown and your tailbone. Ronde bolle rug als je uitademt. En in lange buik. Once more, rounding your spine. And then tuck your toes under. Lift your knees off the floor and turn your knees all the way to the left. And then turn your knees all the way to the right. You can step your feet closer and turn your knees all the way to the left. And turn your knees all the way to the right. Once more, all the way to the left. And all the way to the right. Now bring your knees back to center and lower them down. Push your hips back and forward. But only the hips, so you push your hips back and forward. And then bring your right hand up and over. 3 more. Back, up, and over. Now try to look at your hand. You can also do it with your elbow, the drawing of the circle. And the final one. And now you reach forward with the right arm. Lengthen your left leg. Lift your left leg and try to find your balance. This is like Superwoman, Superman, hero pose. Maak jezelf lang voor hoe je kunt strekken. Nou buig en strek je linkerbeen. Buig en strek. So bend your left leg. Keep reaching forward with the right arm, preferably with the right thumb up. 3, 2, and 1. Keep your right knee bent. Now try to catch the foot with your right hand. So keep your gaze at your left hand, that's easier. And then turn your hand facing down and grab the foot from the inside. If you have your foot in your hand, lift your foot a little bit higher by pushing against the hand with the foot. Take another deeper inhale. You can look over the right shoulder if you want to. You can look forward, you can look down. And then release. Hands on the floor. Tuck your toes under, push your hips towards your heels. Spread your fingers. Try to turn the biceps up. Dus een beetje je binnenkant van je bovenarm naar boven. Draai je ellebogen naar de grond. Elbows down. Lift your knees. Look between your feet. And then push your hips up. Here we start bending one leg at a time. Om en om een been buigen en strekken. So again, you feel your feet. You're awakening all the way down and up. Lengthen your neck. Don't drop your head between the arms. Try to keep your head in between the arms. Hou je hoofd tussen je armen in. We doen nog 3, 2 en 1. Now lower your left heel. Then push your right leg away and lift your right leg all the way up. Now bring your right knee all the way forward and try to lean with your shoulders above the wrists. Inhale, lifting up. Now exhaling, pull your knee in, pull your belly in and lean forward. One more, inhale up. Now exhale, lean forward, look at your hands and step the foot in between your hands. If the foot is not in between the hands yet, grab the foot and slide it forward. Push your left heel back and lift your hips up and down. There we go. Up and down. One more. Up. Stay up. Try to lower the back leg and lift the front of the foot from the front foot. So the right foot, the toes are off the floor. Look at your right foot. Try to lengthen your upper body and exhale. Slowly lower down your right foot and slowly lower down the left knee. Bring both arms forwards. You can bring your hands on your thigh or your knee, or you bring your arms forward and then lift your arms. If you want, you can look at your fingers. Lift your heart, lift your arms, take another deeper inhale. Exhale, lower the hands to the floor and bring your hands on the inside of the right foot. Bend your elbows a little bit. You can slide your right foot a little bit more to the right if you need to, because you want to push your right shoulder against the right knee. So arm and leg are together on the right side. The left hip and the left shoulder are turning away. Now try to lift your left elbow And don't bring it backwards, but bring it forward. Bring it more forward, and then you can lift your left arm up towards the ceiling. If you have the ability, try to look at the left hand. So look at the left hand, how is your breathing doing? Are you slowly dying yet, or is it everything still fine? Take another deeper inhale, and exhale, bring your arm forward, 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 and then slowly to the floor. Tuck under the toes of the left foot, make it nice and strong. Pull your belly in, lift your hips and cut a little bit higher, so don't drop into the hips because then you're sinking, you're not connecting from your belly. So push your left heel away and step the right foot next to the left foot. So there we go, you take another deeper inhale and exhale, step it away. Keep your hips nice in a diagonal line with your shoulders towards the feet. Take another deeper inhale and exhale, push your hips up. Now again, bend the knees. Armen om een been buigen en strekken. So alternating leg bend. Make sure that you have your head in between your arms. Try to turn your biceps up. Point the elbow points down. And then you walk your feet to the center of the mat. So walk your feet towards the center of the mat. Walk your hands towards the center of the mat, towards your feet. And then drop the head. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Bend your knees to make sure that you have your chest on your thighs, and then you lift your arms, but don't lift your rib cage off your thighs, so keep the connection. Try to drop your head, so much nicer for your neck. Lengthening. Take another deeper inhale, try to lengthen your arms a little bit more, and exhale, lower the hands. Again, bring your hands over your shins, towards your knees. Place your hands on top of your thighs, so not on your knees. You don't want to push your kneecaps down. Dus altijd een beetje boven je knieën je handen neerzetten. En maak dan kleine cirkels met je knieën. We doen er 3, 2, 1. Andere kant op voor 3, 2, 1. And then you roll all the way up. Now separate your feet, nice and wide. There ought to be one leg in between your feet. So you have to guess how far you place your feet apart. Turn your toes to the outside, hands on your hips, push your hips back, push your chest forward, and squat. Nice and deep. Push your hips back. Don't stretch your legs when you go up. Keep pushing with your heels. So firming your thighs, firming your glutes. Je bilspieren worden sterker, je bovenbenen worden sterker, maar goed duwen met je hielen. 3 keer omlaag nog, daar gaat hij. 3, 2, and in, stay low. Hands on your thighs, inhaling, lifting your chest. This shoulder, it's my right shoulder, but for you, maybe it's your left shoulder. Turn it down and look over the opposite shoulder backwards. Try to lengthen your chest forward, pushing your hips backwards. Exhale, turn. Inhale back up. And exhale, turn the opposite direction. Feel how you can lengthen through your spine. Hele wervelkolom langer maken. Borstkas een beetje optillen, lifting your chest slightly higher, dipping the hips a little bit lower. And inhale back to center. Lift your shoulders up, move your shoulders back and down, turn your toes forward and roll down. I'm turning to the other side of your mat, my mat, but you can do whatever you want. And you're going to swing your arms side to side. So feel how you can swing yourself from side to side. Dropping the head, it's nicer for your neck and your shoulders. And then turn to the top of your mat again. Step your feet together, hip distance apart. Place your hands on the floor, bending the knees. Bring your elbows, your elbows closer to your shins, but also your armpits closer to your knees. So you have to bend your knees. And then you're going to pick up a foot and you bring your foot closer to your buttocks. Breng je voet naar je bil. Om en om een voet optillen. Het liefst je hoofd laten hangen, word je niet te duizelig. We doen er 3. Nog 2, 2 more. And then you keep one foot off the floor. Keep it off the floor. The other opposite leg is bent. So you lean with your chest on your thigh. And then you're going to draw a circle with the knee. Sideways. So draw a circle for 4, 3, 2, 1. Opposite direction. 4, 3, 2, And one, and step the foot down, slowly, slowly, slowly. So you can do the same thing on the other side. So keep your hands on the floor, lift your foot off the floor. How's your breath doing? Because it's quite important when you're hanging upside down. And again, draw those circles. Rustig cirkelen. Maak die beweging mooi af. Nog 2. And then turn in the opposite direction for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And place your foot slowly back on the floor. Now you walk your feet away and you land on your knees. Land on your knees. Also here. Now lift your hands. Well, not also here. So lift your hands off the floor. Push your knees down. Interlace the fingers. And now draw some circles with your wrists. Especially if you have a long day ahead behind the desk, it's nice to do these circulations with your hands. Then shift your hands, interlace the fingers again, but this time the other way around, so your other index finger is on top now. It feels ridiculous, it feels strange. So draw those circles for 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake your hands and place them back on the floor. You're going to push your hips back again and forward. So you push your hips back and forward. Your hands are underneath your shoulders. Your knees are underneath your hips if you have your hands under your shoulders. And then you push your hips back. And now add the left arm. So we're going to draw, you pull the arm back, you lift the arm and you reach as far forward as possible. So make a big circle. And the movement is easier when you look at the hand. So where does it go? Kijk naar je hand. Voel hoe ver je naar achter kunt brengen. The final one. And then you lift your arm and you point your arm forward. And your arm is next to your head. So don't drop the head. Keep your neck active. Keep your face parallel with the floor. Turn your left thumb up. And now slide your right foot out. Lengthening the right leg. Pulling your navel in and up. And then lift the right leg. Trying to lift your right leg. Stabilize yourself by staring at your right thumb. It might be a good suggestion. And then feel how you can lengthen yourself. Be that superpower, Superman, Superwoman. And now you're going to bend the right leg. Bend and stretch the right leg. So try to bring your heel closer to your buttocks, to the right buttocks. For 4, 3, 2. And this is the final one. And now you reach back with the left hand and you try to grab the foot. Maybe it's not there yet, but if you do it daily, you will feel that it is possible to grab the foot eventually. So push your foot away in the hand. So don't pull with your hand on the foot. No, push your foot away. You can look forward. You can look at your thumb. You can look behind your left shoulder. All these opportunities, all these possibilities. Take another deeper inhale. And then release the foot, release the hand, release the knee, and bring them to the floor. Separate your knees nice and wide. Bring your hips down towards your buttocks. And then open the palms of your hands and slide your arms forward. And try to bring your chest forward as well. Make sure that you have enough space between your legs for your chest. So bring your knees to the edges. Knieën lekker ver uit elkaar. En probeer je heupen meer te laten zakken. You can push a little bit with your elbows on the floor. And this will help you to lower your hips. Now deepen your breath. Relax your forehead on the floor. Allow your eyes to close. Just a little moment of relaxation. Take another deeper inhale. And exhale. Now slide your hands over the floor towards your knees. Bring your chin towards your chest. Look at your belly and just gently roll up. Vertebra by vertebra. You bring your knees together. You walk your hands to the front of the mat. Especially when you have long legs, you need to use the front of the mat. Hands underneath your shoulders. Turn your index fingers kind of out. Klein beetje naar buiten draaien. And turn your elbows towards your thighs, towards your knees. Then you have your knees underneath your hips. You push your hips towards your heels. You push your shoulders away from the ears. You lift your knees. You drop your head. And then you push your hips up towards the ceiling. Now pull your navel in. Don't drop your head. Don't go for the deepness, but go for strength. So push the palms of your hands down. Push your fingers down. And then walk your feet. But you don't walk your feet, you walk your feet a little closer to each other, but they stay in the back of the mat. And now you're going to lower the right heel a little bit more. So then you have the same thing here on the other side. You're going to lift your left leg up, 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 up. Now pull your navel in and exhale when you go forward with the knee in between your arms, maybe. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, go forward. Lean forward, lean forward, lean forward. Exhaling and inhale up. And there we go for the final time. Bring your knee as far forward as possible. Lean forward and then step your foot forward in between your hands. You can slide your right leg a little bit more back. You can grab the foot and step the foot more forward. You have to bring your knee above your ankle. And then you lift your hips and you lower your right knee almost to the floor. Inhale up and almost down. And one more up. Now lower the right heel, the back leg. And lift your toes off the front foot. And then lengthen your upper body and try to bring your chest a little closer to your left thigh. Pulling your navel in. Exhaling, lower the left foot, lower the right knee. You can use your hands to place them first on your left knee, but maybe you can lift your arms in one way and then you go up, reaching up, looking at your hands. Or you keep your gaze forwards, or you look at your thumbs up, reaching up and up, reaching, 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 lengthening yourself. Take another deeper inhale. And exhale, bring both of your hands to the inside of the left foot. Slowly you place them on the floor. You can walk your left foot a little bit more to the left, or maybe a little bit closer to your left hand. But you want to glue this together. Dus je wilt je linkerarm en je linker schouder en je linkerknie bij elkaar brengen. Dus alsof het één geheel is. Breng het bij elkaar. Je merkt al dat je je schouder een beetje weg gaat draaien, je rechter schouder. So you're going to turn your right shoulder away, but also the right hip is going to be away. And then you slide your right hand along the left arm towards your right armpit. Tickle yourself. Yeah, on the Monday morning. And then you push your elbow up. And then the hand is not going backwards, but it's going forward. And then you lift and you reach and you're aiming for length. So reach up, look at your hand. How is your balance doing? You still smile because the smiling is helping you to make it easier, to make you feel better and to look better as well. So smile here on your inhale. Exhale, reach your arm forward and forward and forward and forward, and then bring it back to the floor again. And we're going to step in the plank pose. So you tuck under the toes of the right foot. You stretch your right leg. Make it nice and strong. Don't sink into the hips. Push your hips not too high, neither. And then step your left foot next to your right foot. Okay, stay here. And bring your focus, your awareness towards the breath. Dus let op je ademhaling. Je kunt altijd je knieën naar de grond brengen. Als je denkt, ik hou het niet meer vol. So always good option is bringing the knees to the floor. But don't sink into your back. Push your back away from, towards the ceiling. Away from the floor. Pull your belly in. Push your heels away. And then bring alternated knees towards the elbows. And we have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and 1. And then you push your hips up again. Now you have your hips up. You bring your upper arms up and forward, so the elbows are pointing kind of down. Spread your fingers, push your hands, push your feet. Try to lower the heels towards the floor and pull your navel in all the way up. Feel how you can push with your hands, but also push with your feet. Don't drop your head, don't drop your shoulders. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Take another deeper inhale. And exhale, bring one knee to the floor. And then you turn your hips towards the camera. Yes. Sit here. Where are you guys? Yes, I see some people back in center. Yes, nice. Okay, lift your arms sideways and up. Lower the hands in front of the heart. And we're going to do a twist. And it's a little bit different than standing because you cannot cheat so easily here. And turn to your left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, turn to the right. And inhale back to center. Both arms, they go up. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind your back. Now squeeze the palms of your hands together. You might see it behind me, there's the mirror, so bring the elbows closer, your hands are still off the floor, you try to lift your rib cage, and then you try to softly place your knuckles down on the floor, and then push your hands down and lift your sternum slightly higher. So reaching, 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 squeezing the elbows, shoulder blades closer and closer. Take another deeper inhale, hold your breath, and exhale, let go. One more, inhale. And now on the exhale, you push yourself forward and then you interlace the fingers in front of your heart. Turn your palms forward, push the palms away, and try to lift your arms as high as possible without collapsing in the back. So keep yourself nice and up. Sitting straight, lowering the shoulders, move to the left. With the arms, it's like you want to push something away. We didn't use the ball that much, did we? And inhale up. And exhale. So tomorrow we're going to use the ball a little bit more, okay? And inhale up. And again, push your hands up, lengthen, and exhale, go sideways, lean sideways. And try to turn your face to the side where you came from. So you're now leaning maybe to the left, and so that you need to look at the right side. If you're leaning to the right, then you need to look at the left side. Inhale up, lengthen, en lean sideways. It's nice for your obliques. Je schuine buikspieren worden hier heel sterk van. So you're strengthening your obliques. Inhale back to center, and then lower your arms. They might feel warm and tingling sensations in the arms. Nothing to worry about. Then open your arms sideways. Hold your arms up, but lower your shoulders. Now draw a circle with your nose. So draw a circle with your nose. And make the circle smaller if you feel like your neck needs more care. So sometimes you can hear like your neck cracking, crunching. Opposite direction. Keep your arms up, come on. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now give yourself a big hug, so wrap your arms around you, one arm is on top. Now lower your elbows and squeeze your arms around you, really, really close. And now shake yourself like this. And breathe through the nose. You can sometimes hear your breath a little bit more. Keep your hips nice and still. And exhale. And then you stop. And then you open your arms. And of course you change the way you had your arms. One arm on top is easier than the other arm. Lower your elbows and shake yourself again. Like shake, 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 shake. But try to breathe only through your nose. Unless you have a cold, then of course breathe through your mouth. Try to keep your head still, so only your upper body is moving. And then let go of your arms. Open your arms again. Reach, reach, reach. Thumbs up. And now push your arms back. Then place your hands behind you, but look at my fingers. Place your fingers so they point sideways. So place your hands on the floor and then lift your ribcage even higher. So push your palms down, push your hands down, lift your sternum up, borstbeen omhoog, kin omhoog, chin up, nose omhoog, nose up, and smile on the lips. Take another deeper inhale and exhale, lean forward. Well, this was the kickstart of the day. So enjoy your Monday, see you Tuesday, and or maybe this class afterwards. Namaste, stay happy, healthy, silly and playful, and then it gets better.